All right, we are going to start seated today. So just find a comfortable seat on your mat, legs crossed, legs out, whatever's comfortable to you. And let's just let your hands rest either on your lap, on your knees, down by your sides. And go ahead and close your eyes and start to focus on your breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Feeling the inhale move in through the lungs and the exhale leaving the lungs. Start to feel yourself connect with your mat. Starting to let the day go. And starting to focus just on the practice that we have this evening. Take a few minutes here just to come onto the mat and to focus on that breath. And take a few more deep breaths here. Trying to fill the whole backside of the body with the in-breath and letting it all go out with the exhale. And we'll take one more inhale and exhale it out. We'll start to add a little movement. So if we want to open the eyes, we can. Or if we want to start to keep them closed here, we can do that, whatever's comfortable. But as we inhale, we'll lift our shoulders up. And as we exhale, round them forward. Inhaling the shoulders up. Exhale, rounding forward. Inhaling up. And exhale, rounding. And inhale up. Exhale forward. And we'll do one more time going forward. So inhale those shoulders up. Exhaling forward. And we'll start to move them backwards. So we'll inhale up and exhale, rolling back. Inhaling up and exhaling back. And inhale up and exhale back. Inhaling up and exhaling down. We'll do that one more time. Inhale those shoulders up and exhale, rolling them back. And we'll go ahead and let the hands come to the side if they're in the lap. And we'll inhale the arms up. And as we exhale, we'll fold straight forward over those legs. Just letting the arms fall. So wherever we start to feel that little bit of stretch in the hips, we'll just come straight down. Nothing too deep right now. We're just warming up the muscles. Trying to keep that nice long back still, so not rounding the head down. So if we need to come up a little bit for that back, we can. Just taking a few deep breaths here. And we'll go ahead and kind of reach the arms out in front of us, and we'll just slowly walk the hands over to our left side. Just getting that nice stretch in that right side body. We can take that left hand or right hand and stack it on top of the left. Or if that's too much, just keep them next to each other, whatever's comfortable. And breathing into the stretch. Yeah, not too deep here. Just letting that side body get that stretch, warming it up. Take one more breath here. And then we'll slowly start to walk ourselves over to the other side. Taking that left hand, stacking it on top of the right if that's comfortable, or leaving the hands right next to each other. Just getting that stretch in that left side body. And taking a few deep breaths here. And we'll take one more deep inhale and exhale it out. And we'll slowly walk the hands back center and then slowly start to walk them back towards the body, helping ourselves lift up. And we'll come up onto our hands and our knees. So we want the wrists right under those shoulders, knees right under those hips. As we inhale, we're going to drop the belly down, lifting the gaze up towards the ceiling. As we exhale, we roll that spine, tucking that chin in the chest. Inhaling, dropping that belly down. Exhale, rolling that spine. Inhaling down. Exhaling, rolling up. Inhale, drop that belly down. And exhaling, rolling up. And inhaling one last time, dropping that belly down. And exhaling, rolling the spine up. And on this inhale, we'll just come to a neutral spine. And we're going to take the right hand, lifting it straight up. And as we exhale, we're going to bring it through the left hand and knee. Dropping the shoulder onto the mat. Dropping that cheek on the mat. So we can take that left hand, we can either drape it over the lower back, or we can stretch the arm straight out in front of us, whatever's comfortable. Start to feel that little twist in the back. Sending the breath there. Taking a few deep breaths here. And we'll take one more inhale. And exhale it out. And we'll take that left hand, place it right by the face. Slowly start to push ourselves up, bringing that right arm out. Placing those hands back under the shoulders. We're going to move on to that left side. So we'll take the left hand, lifting it up. As we exhale, we thread it through that right hand and knee. Dropping that face down onto the mat. Taking the right hand and either draping it over the lower back or stretching it straight out in front, whatever's comfortable. And again, taking those deep breaths here. Sending the breath into that twist in the back. And we'll take one more deep inhale. And exhale it all out. And go ahead and take that right hand, placing it right by the face, and slowly push yourself up. Taking those hands, placing them right under the shoulders. We're going to place the big toes together and start to sink the hips back over the heels, dropping the forehead down onto the mat. Either keeping the arms outstretched or bringing them down by the legs, whatever is comfortable to you. Taking a few breaths here. Feeling the spine start to lengthen in our child's pose here. Taking one more deep breath. And exhaling it out. And we'll start to lift ourselves up back onto all fours. And we'll tuck those toes and start to lift those hips up towards the ceiling. Adjusting the feet as we need to. So our knees can be bent. We can have the legs wide on the mat. Whatever is comfortable to you. Arms are coming straight out from the shoulders, hands wide on the mat. Taking a few breaths here. Feel free to pedal those feet out, holding one side longer than the other if necessary. Going as fast or as slow as is comfortable to you. All allow focusing on the breath. Feeling it move throughout the body with each movement that you take. If you're pedaling those feet, go ahead and let them come into stillness. Take a second here. And inhale deeply. And exhale it out. And on our next inhale, we'll walk the feet up to the hands. And just fold over those legs, putting a little bit of a bend in the knees for right now. Letting the head hang. We'll take a hold of each of the elbows, just putting a little extra weight on the back. If it's too much, just release the hands down. Letting it just hang for just a second here. And we'll release the hands. Put a little bit deeper of a bend in the knees, placing the hands on the thighs, and slowly starting to roll the body up, one vertebrae at a time, stacking on top of each other. The very last thing to come up is the head, as the shoulders roll back and down. Letting the hands just rest at the sides here. Close our eyes for just a second, taking an inhale and exhale. And the next inhale, we'll lift the arms up, bringing the gaze up towards the thumbs. Exhale, swan diving ourselves forward. Inhale, half lifting, so sliding those hands right under those kneecaps. Exhaling down. And inhale all the way up. Bringing the arms up. Exhaling down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhaling down. Inhale all the way up. Exhaling the arms down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, arms down. All right, we'll add a little bit more movement. So we'll inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhaling, half lifting. Exhale down. Inhale, we're going to step the right leg back, dropping onto the knee. Inhale, sweeping those arms up. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale, step the left leg back to a plank or dropping onto the knees. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, just lifting that chest. Exhale down. Inhale back into down dog. Taking a breath here. On the next inhale, we lift the right leg. As we exhale, sweep it forward between the thumbs. Dropping down onto the back knee. Inhale, just lifting ourselves up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, step the left foot forward with the right, folding over the legs. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhaling down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step the left leg back, dropping onto the knee. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, coming forward. Inhale, stepping the right leg back into plank or onto the knees. Exhale, coming all the way under the mat. Inhale, just lifting that chest. Exhaling down. Inhale, back to down dog. Taking a breath here. Inhale, lifting that left leg. As we exhale, sweep it forward between those thumbs. Dropping onto that right knee. Inhale, lifting the arms. Exhaling forward. Inhale, stepping that right foot up to meet the left. Folding over the legs. Inhaling all the way up. Exhale the arms down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward. This time we're going to inhale, stepping both legs back into that high plank or dropping onto the knees. As we exhale, we're going to come all the way onto the mat. Inhale, just lifting that chest. Exhaling down. Inhale, pushing back into down dog. We're going to hold this down dog for a little bit here, taking a few more breaths. If we've lost the breath, we can catch it here. Try to refocus on the breath. Taking a few more deep breaths here. And on our next inhale, we're going to lift our right leg. As we exhale, we're going to sweep it through, dropping it between the thumbs. So we can adjust the feet a little bit here. So we want to, so they're on railroad tracks, so parallel with each other. We can take the hands, place them on the thigh, give ourselves a little assist up. Again, if we need to adjust those feet a little bit more when we're up here. When we feel steady, the hips are nice and even, facing forward. We can inhale, bringing the arms up. We'll just stay up and down today. We won't add in the back bend. Although if you feel you need the back bend, please feel free. If you add it, make sure to engage those core muscles. So we're taking a little bit of tension off that low back. Taking a few breaths here. Take one more breath. We're going to hold this leg position. As we exhale, we're going to bring the arms out to the side. And as we inhale, we're going to start to twist the body towards the bent knee. So we're twisting to the right, just keeping the arms out. If it's too much on the arms, you can always kind of just sweep them around the body. Hold this for just a second. Taking one more breath here. And as we inhale, we'll bring ourselves back forward. We can take the hands, place them on the hip. We'll rotate that back foot so it's parallel with the mat. Again, we'll need to adjust that foot just a little bit here, so we'll get our feet back in line. So our right heel should be right about the middle of that left foot. Left foot's parallel with the back of the mat. We'll place the hands on the hips, kind of making sure they're even. When we feel steady, we'll put a bend in that front knee. We'll bring the arms out really quickly for our warrior two. And then we'll put a bend in that front arm and just rotate ourselves forward over that front knee. So the elbow, forearm's gonna go onto that right side, just lightly resting on it. So try not to put a lot of tension into it. The left arm's gonna be back and overhead. So when you look up, the elbow's right in the face. The gaze can either be down at the foot, up at the ceiling, or straight ahead, whatever's comfortable on the neck. Trying to keep that nice long spine. We want to rotate ourselves forward. Taking a few breaths here. Take one more deep breath. And as we inhale, we'll just start to lift ourselves up, bring our right arm forward, twist forward, rotate that back foot up. So we're back in that lunge, and we're just gonna step that left foot forward, folding over these legs. Taking just a breath here in this fold. And we'll start to go ahead and adjust the feet so they're either hip distance or shoulder distance apart. And we'll slowly start to sink our hips down like we're sitting into a chair. As we sink down, we'll bring the chest up and bring the arms up. So we want the weight in the heels of the feet, so light on the toes, tucking the tailbone in, so don't arch that back out. The arms can be up. If it's too much on the arms, we can always keep them by the side. Take a breath here. Just a couple more. And we'll slowly start to come up. Bring the arms down. We'll close the eyes here for just a second. And if you've lost the breath at all, we can take this time right here to try to catch it. And when we feel ready, we'll go ahead and open the eyes. So we're gonna go into a couple balance poses here. So we're gonna start with the right foot planted. So we can keep the hands out to the sides. We're gonna find that spot that's directly in front of us, that's not moving. So the gaze is gonna be down. We'll slowly start to roll the left foot up, letting those toes be the very last thing that comes up. Bringing that knee up. And then we'll start to cross the leg over that right foot. And if we can, tuck those toes behind the heel or behind the calf. If it's too difficult for the balance, we can take the toes and place them on the mat, crossing that leg. We don't want the leg out here, so if we can come over a little bit more, or we can always just go into our tree pose. Whatever's comfortable. So when we feel steady, even if we're in the tree, we can still take the arms in front of us. We'll bend them. We'll take that same arm, so the left arm, cross it under the right, and try to bring those palms facing together. And we want the arms nice and parallel, so we don't want them dropping down here. So we want about a 90-degree here. Taking a few breaths. Feeling those inner thighs squeeze together. So we're going to try to move into another balance pose straight from our eagle here. So I'm going to drop out of this for a second. Just come in so you can see from the side. So we're going to try to, we'll take our arms out first. How can you help us a little bit? So we'll take the arms out to the sides, wide out to the side. We'll uncross the legs, putting a little bit of a bend in that right leg. We'll start to kick the left leg back, straightening the right knee, flexing that left toe down towards the ground, keeping this left leg engaged, keeping the right leg engaged. For our warrior three, we'll just keep the arms out to the side. If at any point you fall out of it, you can always get back in, that's okay. Take a couple more breaths here. One more deep inhale. And exhale it out. And the next time we inhale, putting a bend in the knee, dropping back onto that left foot. So we want to take that left foot so the toes are pointing a little off to the side. Straightening that front knee. Make sure those hips are nice and parallel. So they're even with each other, facing forward. We'll inhale the arms up. And as we exhale, just folding straight over that front leg. Always we can put a bend in the front knee. Trying to keep the long back. Not rolling ourselves forward. We can have the hands on the mat. If they need to be up on the thigh, on the shin, trying not to be on the knee. We have yoga blocks. We can have the blocks next to the foot. Whatever's comfortable. Taking a few breaths here, letting that leg loosen up. Try not to grip the toes. So if you need to kind of wiggle the toes around. Muscles in the backs of our legs can get very tight from sitting. You don't get stretched very often. So sometimes it takes a little bit to get these legs to loosen up. Just make sure we're sending the breath into those tight muscles that we have. We'll take a few more breaths. One more deep breath here. And as we inhale, we'll put a bend in that front knee, rotate those back toes up, placing the hands on the mat, step that right foot back into a down dog. And just take a few breaths here, noticing the difference between the legs. Maybe that right leg's a little bit looser now. Maybe that heel's just a little closer to the mat. We'll go ahead and make sure that left leg gets there also. We'll take one more breath here. And on that next inhale, lift up that left leg. And as we exhale, sweep it forward towards those thumbs. And we'll go ahead and adjust those feet a little bit so they're nice and parallel on those railroad tracks. We'll take the hands on the thigh and slowly start to lift ourselves up. Again, adjusting those feet as we're up here, making sure those hips are nice and parallel, facing forward. And we'll inhale, lifting the arms up. Making sure those shoulders are relaxed down the back. The gaze is forward. And if we're putting that back bend in, make sure to engage that core. Take a little bit of the strain off that lower back. Make sure to take some breaths here. Getting ready to move through that sequence again, all on the left side. And we'll exhale, bringing the arms down to the side. And we'll start to twist ourselves to that left knee, keeping the arms out or dropping them towards the body, whatever's comfortable. Taking a few breaths here. And we'll go ahead and bring ourselves back forward, placing the hand on the hips. We'll rotate that back foot down, so it's parallel with the mat. Adjust a little bit. So adjusting those feet so that front heel is in line with about the middle of that back foot. When we feel ready, we'll put a bend in that front knee. Bringing those arms out for that short warrior two. And then taking that bend in the front arm and slowly just rotating forward. Dropping the elbow lightly on that thigh. Again, the gaze can be up at the ceiling, straight ahead, down at the foot. Whatever is comfortable on that neck. Trying to keep that long back. And taking a few breaths here. Take just a couple more breaths. One more deep breath. And as we inhale, we'll slowly start to lift that leg or lift that arm, rotate forward, bringing those back toes up. And then stepping the feet together at the front of the mat. Folding for just a second over those legs. And starting to adjust those feet. So they're hip distance or shoulder distance apart, whatever is comfortable. And we'll slowly start to sink those hips down, bringing the chest up. Again, that weight is going to go into the heels. So it's light on the toes, tucking that tailbone. Bring the gaze up or just straight forward. The arms can always be on the hips, whatever's comfortable. I'm taking just a few breaths here. Take one more deep breath. And we'll start to stand ourselves up. And we'll exhale the arms down. We'll take just a second here to catch the breath if we've lost it. And when we feel ready, we'll start to move into that balance onto that left side. So we'll bring the arms out, finding that gaze or that spot that's in front of us, bringing the gaze kind of down. So we'll slowly start to lift that right foot, bringing up off those toes, bringing the knee up, and we'll cross it over that left leg. Again, tucking behind the calf if we can, dropping the foot onto the mat, just those toes, or we can always come into our tree pose, whatever is comfortable. Again, if you fall out of any of these balances, that is okay. And when we feel steady, we'll bring the arms up. We'll take that right arm, putting it underneath the left, bringing the palms together. Again, we want the arms up at that 90 degree, so try not to let them drop down. Breathing into the pose. Feeling those inner thighs squeeze together. You may have better balance on one side than the other, and that is okay, perfectly normal. A lot of times it's your dominant side that you might have a little more stability on. Take one more breath here. And we'll release the arms. We'll try to go into that warrior three by just uncrossing the leg and kicking straight back. Keeping the arms out by the sides. Taking just a few breaths, keeping that right leg nice and strong, toes pointing towards the ground. That left leg is engaged. Just a couple more breaths here. And one last inhale. And as we exhale, drop that back foot down. So we can adjust the feet so that right foot is now pointing off to the right side. We'll straighten that front knee, making sure those hips are nice and parallel, facing forward. Inhale the arms up. And as we exhale, fold over that front leg. Again, the bend can always be put in the knee. We can have the hands on the chin, up on the thigh, just again, not on that knee. Or if we have the yoga blocks, we can put them on each side of the foot. Trying to keep that back nice and long. Breathing into the tight backs of the legs. Just like with our balance, you might have one side that's a little bit looser than the other. A few breaths to let this leg relax a little. If at any point you need to go to a different level of the stretch, whether that's deeper or a little bit less. Feel free to adjust as your body needs it. Take just a couple more breaths. One more inhale. And exhale it out. And we'll start to put a bend in that front knee. Rotate that back leg up, placing the hands on the mat. Step that left leg back into that down dog. Again, taking inventory of those legs. They feel a little bit more even now. Those heels a little bit closer to that mat. And if not, that's okay. Taking just a deep breath here. And as we inhale, we'll drop down onto the knees. Place those big toes together. Sit back on those heels. Arms stretched out, forehead dropping to the mat. We can either keep the arms out or dropping them by the legs, whatever's comfortable. Taking just a second here to catch the breath. Starting to refocus on it. Moving throughout the body. We'll take one more deep breath. And exhaling it all out. And as we inhale, go ahead and bring ourselves up onto all fours. Untucking those toes. Start to lift the hands up, coming up onto the knees. We'll go ahead and take that left leg, sticking it straight out to the side. Toes can be pointed straight out from the foot, or if we want, we can have them to the side, whatever's comfortable. Your heel may not, or your toes may not go all the way down, and that's fine. We'll take the left hand, placing it straight up on that left leg. As we inhale, we're gonna bring the right arm up and over, sliding down that leg, feeling that nice stretch in that side body. Taking a few breaths here. And on our next inhale, we're gonna bring ourselves up, bringing that left arm with us. As we exhale, we're gonna start to come down onto that right side, lifting that left leg up. Holding it for just a second, even if we're just right off the mat, that's fine. And we'll inhale, push ourselves back up. Exhale down. And we'll switch to the other side. Just a quick little move here. So we'll take that right leg out. Again, the heel can be, or the toes can be pointed up or down, whatever's comfortable. Making sure that heel or that knee is right under the hip. Take that right hand, placing it palm up. As we inhale, we'll bring that left arm over. Getting that nice stretch in that side body. And as we exhale, we'll come back up. Bring both arms. Inhale, dropping down to that right or left side. Bring that right arm up. Flexing those toes. Again, the toes can be just right here, whatever's comfortable. Taking just a second here. And as we inhale, we'll bring ourselves back up. Exhaling the arms down. And we'll go ahead and bring that right leg in and have a seat on the mat. Kicking those legs straight out in front of us. We can have a little bit of a bend in the knees. We're keeping them straight, whatever's comfortable. And we're rocking side to side, so we're up on those sit bones. And we'll inhale, bringing the arms up. And as we exhale, we're just gonna fold straight over those legs. Trying to keep a long back, so not rounding ourselves forward. The hands can come over wherever we feel the stretch. Taking a few breaths here. Starting to feel the legs release. Feel the lower back start to release with the stretch. And we'll take the hands, placing them right by the legs, and slowly start to walk ourselves back. So we're gonna take the left leg, kind of kick it out so it's coming almost straight out from the hip on the side here. We'll take the right leg, bring it in. So we want a little bit of a space between the leg and the foot so they're not right up next to each other. We're gonna inhale, bringing the arms up. And as we exhale, we're gonna twist towards that left leg and come straight down. Trying to let that right leg kind of relax down. So if we feel it start to arch up, we want to back out a little bit on the stretch. Again, still trying to keep that long back. Always you can put a bend in the knee. Breathing into the stretch. And we'll take the hands, place them on the ground right by the legs. Slowly walk ourselves back up. We'll give that left leg a little help up and switch legs. So kicking that right leg out so it's at that diagonal. Taking that left leg, placing it in by the leg, leaving that little bit of space. Bringing the arms up on the inhale. And as we exhale, we twist towards that leg and drop forward. Again, trying to let that left leg relax down. So if we still feel it start to arch up, we can back out of the stretch. Always have a bend in the knee if we need to. Keeping that nice long back. And we'll take the hands, place them by the leg. Slowly walk ourselves back. We'll give that right leg a little help up. Give that left leg a little help up. We'll place those feet wide on the mat. Hands can go behind us, facing whatever direction is comfortable. And just slowly start to let the legs drop side to side. Going as fast or as slow as is comfortable to you right now. Maybe you need to hold one side a little bit longer. Feel free to do so. And the next time we get to the right side, we'll start to let the legs drop all the way down, lifting the left arm up and sweeping it behind us like we're going to shake someone's hand, holding that twist, breathing into it. And as we do our next exhale, we'll bring that left arm, sweep it back forward, dropping it on the mat behind us, adjusting those hips if we need to. Let the legs fall on each side one more time. And then the next time we get to that right or left side, let those legs drop, bringing that right arm around like we're gonna shake that person's hand. Again, breathing into that twist. And on that next exhale, sweeping that right arm back forward, dropping it down. We'll bring the feet together and slowly start to drop ourselves all the way onto the mat. And bring those knees up into the chest, taking a hold of the legs behind the knees and rocking side to side. We'll let the legs go, let the feet go onto the mat, dropping the legs down. We'll take the arms up overhead. We'll do one last big stretch. So stretch those arms all the way up, stretching the legs all the way down, this full body stretch. And then let the legs relax, let the arms relax. Let the legs just fall wherever's comfortable. Bring the arms back down by your side, letting them rest comfortably next to you. Starting to close the eyes. Refocusing on that breath. Feeling it move through the body. Feeling ourselves start to sink into the mat. Feeling the warmth of the practice covering us like a blanket. Trying to clear the mind. Letting go of the day that we had. And just focusing on ourselves right now. Letting go of any stresses that we're holding on to. There may be something that tries to enter your mind, and that's okay. Take just a second to recognize it, and then just let it go. Take these next few minutes to just be with yourself. Maybe the only few minutes you have all day to yourself. Start to bring a little life back into your body by wiggling your fingers and your toes, rolling your wrists and your ankles, rocking your head from side to side. Begin deepening your inhales and exhales. Slowly take one foot, place it on the mat, and follow it by the other foot. And then slowly bringing one knee at a time into the chest, taking a hold of the legs and rocking side to side. And when you're ready, roll onto your right side. With your right side grounded by the earth, leaving your left side open to the sun, the moon, and the stars, and all the gifts the universe has to offer you today. And when you feel ready, come up to a comfortable seated position. And we'll close the eyes one last time, bringing the hands right in front of the heart, taking a big inhale, and exhaling it all out. Thank you for sharing your practice with me this evening. Have a good rest of your night. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.